Hi everybody and welcome to another tutorial on my channel, and this one is about our new Galaxy hat press. Now we've just purchased this machine here, and one of the reasons why we've got this now, we did have a hat press before but we never really used it. We weren't really going into the hat market. But what we found was a handy thing was to use the hat press for smaller breast logos and stuff like that. Now we've recently had a batch of t-shirt designs, just the breast logos for polo shirts, and just to do them it can take a lot of power to fire up the big 16x20 heat presses we've got. So we thought it might be handy to get another one of these. This is the new one out from, as I say, Galaxy, and as you can probably see now, the theme is all the same. Our hat press, our main heat press and our mug press are all the same brand now. So in the 10 years that I've been operating, this is the first time that I've actually got all one equipment, one make equipment. So you could say that this is a good test run for this sort of equipment to see if it lasts the test of time. As you say, before I had the Star Wars Hotronics heat press and that lasted me for 10 years. But these were a good, you can make a good saving on the overall price of these presses. So as I say, let's take you a little bit nearer to it now. You can see exactly what we got here. Right, so as you can see, walking around it, the design is very, very similar to the other presses that I've got here, and also the controls are very similar as well. As I say, if I actually switch the unit on from the back, there is a switch and there's actually a little circuit breaker on the back, just like the heat presses. So if I turn this off now, you've got a similar setup where you've got the set button in the middle. This ain't touch sensitive, by the way. You physically have to press these buttons. So you've got a set button in the middle, and then you've got an up and a down arrow. So if I press the set button, the temperature setting which lights up is 165. I've got this set at. If you want to raise or lower it, you just go either side. You press it again to set the time. I've got the time set for 20 seconds on this one again. Plus or minus you can do on that. And then you press it again, and then it's in its heating up mode. So it will start to heat up now. So that's that. That's all the controls. That's how simple it gets. Now you've got this heat planton here, which is removable. You can lift that straight up. Now apparently Subley Blanks are making different ones of these, slightly different contours for the different types of baseball caps that you get. But while I've got this one, I've obviously only just got this one. So this is something they will be stocking in stock pretty shortly. So if I just drop that back on like that, and underneath you've got a knurled knob which you can, as you can probably see there, raises or lowers depending on the thickness of the cap. And you've also got this cap bracket there just to pull backwards, just to hold the strap in place. So I'll just show you that as it looks when we're actually using it. Right, well I've only got these caps at the moment. These aren't the ideal caps for printing on or pressing on, because they've got what they call 6 panels. Now if I just show you, if you look at the actual cap, it's made up of panels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are 6 panel caps, and what happens is you get a seam down the middle of them. So ideally, if you're going to be pressing on caps along here, you really want what they call a 5 panel, where you've got a solid panel along there. So that's just something to look out for when you're buying your caps. So this goes on the machine like this. Let me show you. So what you would do would basically just put your hat over there, you'd line your cap up like that, and you'd just push that down to hold it in place, and then you can obviously operate the machine like that. Now one real drawback, I suppose, this is with all cap machines, that when you're actually pulling it down, you can't actually see the display anymore. So just something to be aware of. But you pull your hat down, and obviously it locks in place like that, and then it starts counting down, which I can stand around the side here and actually see it counting down. But what happens is obviously it bleeps to let you know that it's finished, and all you do is just lift up like that when you're finished. So pull that back up there, take your cap out, and then you'd have your press on there. So that's it. I haven't got the right type of caps at the moment, as I say, but again, the beauty of doing this as well is that you can do things like baby grows. You can do the little purses that you can buy, for example. You can do things like child's bibs and stuff like that. You can do the sleeves on there where you have logos on there, for example, apart from just doing breast logos on t-shirts. So there's a whole variety of things that you can actually do with these. But yeah, it seems to be an ideal tool. It's just coming up to temperature now, so we'll leave it from there, and we'll just press 3 little logos on these caps. As I said to you, they're not the ideal caps, but when it comes up to temperature, we'll just put 3 vinyl logos on. I've just literally cut out on my craft cutter now, which is the cameo silhouette, and then we'll press them. So I'll see you in a second. Right, okay then, let's try this. I've got 3 baseball caps here. I've only got black ones in stock, as I said, with the panel. So what you want to do is also, just like with your t-shirts, is to preheat your hat, because there will be moisture in that as well. I've already done that to this one, so let's just slide that on the hat press and sort of get it into place. Just pull that down like that. Now I've got these logos here. Now I'm just going to lay this one in the centre like that. I'm going to grab one of my small Teflon sheets, just stick it under there like that, and just drop that down on there. That's actually counted down now, as you can probably see there, for me 20 seconds. I'll wait till I hear the bleep. The noise is just going off now. I'm going to lift it up. We're going to pull it off, put it down to one side, drop that up like that. I'm just going to leave that there for a second while I put the other one in. So get that in place. So important to give these a pre-press first, as I said to you. Let's move that forward a bit. There we go. Because you don't want any of that moisture being in the actual hat itself to stop the vinyl from sticking. Just like that. And let's get one of these other ones here. And again, I'm going to try this one without. Just put that down like that and start counting. I didn't put a cover on this one just to give it some sort of variation so that you can actually see. A lot of the times you don't want them to move, that's the main thing. So you may achieve that by just putting that over the top. You may achieve that by putting the tape down, or sometimes it might have a good enough stickiness on the actual transfer, vinyl transfer paper, and then you can just leave it there. So let's pull this one up. There we go. So that comes up like that. Let's put that one down there. Now again, the temperature's still up to 163 degrees, so we're not losing any temperature at all. So I'll give this final one a little pre-press. Get that in place first, drop that down there. And just give it a few seconds first of all. Just to take the moisture out, lift it up, and then we'll get our final transfer here, which I've cut out on the vinyl. Oh, I've not pulled out the full letters on that, wait there. I didn't check that, did I? There's a couple of little bits of vinyl that are still in the main. There we go. Oh, one more. Even I forget things. That's because I was rushing to do this video today for you. That's what that was. I normally look at everything before I press it, so little thing there for you. Make sure you do that. Right, okay then. So let's put that one on. Push that down there like that, and count the final one down there. So again, just standard clothing vinyl, these ones, nothing special. There we go, there's a little bleep, up she comes. Take that out of there like that, and let's put it over there, and we'll turn it off. Right, so here we go. These are the 3 hats I've just pressed. They're not ideal. I've got them a bit wonky in places. You can probably see there in the middle one, but that's the problem you get with a seam down the centre, as you can see there. You can see the seam running down the centre of that one there, which isn't very clever. So, yeah, just something to be aware of when you're buying your hats, because you need 5-panel rather than 6-panel. But there you go. 3 little hats there, just printed on our new hat press. But as I say, I've not tested it fully yet. I've not done any other items with it, but the first impressions are that it does what it says on the tin, so to speak. And it also matches the rest of our stuff. They are very easy to operate, and it's nice to have a set that's actually matching. So, bearing in mind that at the time I've brought this from Subley Blank, I find their aftercare service second to none. So that makes a lot of difference, especially if you're just starting up and you're looking to buy equipment and you need a bit of advice, especially if something's not quite right or they're modifying. Apparently they're updating their stuff all the time. This model I've got apparently is they're waiting for a new control board to come in, which it will only start to count down once it reaches temperature. So there's no chance of you like starting the heating process until it's up to temperature. Anyway, that's this little look at my new setup again now, with this new addition again to my business again. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out my other mug printing and t-shirt printing videos and tutorials in the different playlists on YouTube. And I'll see you again in the next video. Bye for now.